Let me hand over the, not the stage, what we call the virtual platform to Dr. Vijay Shekhar so that he can tell us the background and how do we do online treatment. So over to Dr. Vijay Shekhar.
Oh, these are all doctors, Amma. Nana.
Radha Swami?
These are all doctors.
Who are the doctors?
They're telling
Radha
all these
Swami?
things.
Can I request everyone excepting the speaker to please
Two or three
mute themselves?
observations. What are the facts? When this pandemic started, the government in its wisdom thought that everybody should be admitted and isolated so that the spread will be stopped. Did it work? It didn't. Very soon they realized it was not feasible to admit everybody. From admitting everybody to admitting only those who need to get admitted, the transition was difficult, but they took the transition. And what happened then was over 15 to 20 days, the message went across that only people who are sick need to be admitted. But then the transition wasn't just 2 weeks. That was 2 weeks for the healthcare providers. For the patients, still so many of them think that one second, I have lost the Anna. I'm not able to go back. Yeah. No, not able to go back.
This is
okay. Right.
where you are.
So what happened was everybody thought that we have to get admitted and the hospital started getting crowded. The people who needed the care weren't getting it because of the crowd. Now at that point of time, the logic changed and the clarity started to happen. Even as of yesterday in Hyderabad, where I get to know the information a little more reliably, only 40% of the admitted patients needed oxygen. Only 20% of them needed ICU. So 60% didn't need oxygen. Does it mean that 60% did not need hospitalization? No, that would be a fallacy. Around 15 to 20% of them would need hospitalization because of other factors associated with COVID, not because of COVID per se. So around 40% of the admissions that have happened now are unnecessary. Two factors are driving it. Number one, the people who have got affected are not aware that they could be treated at home or are panicking and do not have the social or psychological shoulder to lean on or support to keep them at home and treat them, or they do not have any support at home. These are the people who are crowding up the hospital again. Now, some of them, like very old people who don't have any social support, even today probably we can do nothing else but put them in a hospital. But the fear factor, the lack of psychological support or lack of awareness is what Malik intended us to address through this webinar. The purpose of the webinar is to cut down that unnecessary 40% admission. That is the purpose of this webinar. Now let me come back to what's happening. The virus has come through droplets. Initially, we thought every surface is infective. Now, we know it is infective, but we do understand that that is not the main point. The main point is the respiratory droplets. No doubt about it. The surfaces, the air and all do contribute, but not to as big an extent as was initially thought. So, a good mask, and if it has got moist, either that through your breath, or you have got drenched in the rain or whatever, it needs to be changed. It should be dry. It should be clean. Be it a surgical mask, be it a N95 mask, be it a cloth mask. I have a thing or two against putting a shawl across our face. Why? It is not a dedicated mask, so you don't know where you are touching it. The risk of contaminating that shawl or the cloth is very, very, very high, especially the handkerchiefs which get tied around the nose. If it is a mask, you know it has to be kept clean. You have to keep it dry. You don't handle it. So the chances of it being clean are very high. That's one. Number two, in this rain, oh, my mask has got wet. You knew it will get wet. So didn't you carry a spare? That was my question to most people who came in with wet masks. We have to be prepared for those things. We have to be prepared for a sudden cough which has got my phlegm all over the mask. You can't keep on wearing it. You have to change it. So those are the things about the mask that we should know. The other part, if the surfaces are getting infected, they're not going to come and infect you unless your hands are touching those surfaces and again touching your face, from where it has a chance to get in. Or your hands are touching your glass or spoon or whatever, infecting them, and then you're putting it into your mouth. So the contribution of surfaces has been overestimated. It should come down to the extent that it is not going to contribute unless you touch them and don't wash your hands. So that has to be understood. Now, the other thing that people have to understand is, what is close contact with COVID? Any person who has a fever, whether he has cold, cough or otherwise, should be considered COVID. And the definition of close contact would be less than 1 meter distance between you for more than 15 minutes. If he has coughed, sneezed, or is singing or talking loudly the way I am now, the duration of 15 minutes is too long. Even a couple of minutes is good enough to get you infected. This is what you have to consider when you are getting exposed to people. So getting exposed to people over a cup of tea is worse than talking to somebody with your mask on, even for 15 minutes. Getting exposed to others in a place where everybody is speaking without their masks is a risk. I have put my mask on, the opposite person has not. Even though he has done a risk-taking behavior, my risk of getting COVID has increased by 40%. If they are wearing a mask with a valve, it is as good as not wearing a mask from the other person's point of view. The valve mask will protect the wearer, not the other person. So be careful of them. Now let's get back to the signs of how COVID gets in. It can get in through all your respiratory tract or your oral tract, like most viruses do. Gets attached, starts using our ribosomes, mRNA and all that to divide and get expressed. Once it gets expressed on the lungs surfaces inside, alveoli as we call it, there our complaints will start of fever and all that, because they start releasing some chemicals which cause what is written here as SIRS. That is, an inflammatory response will start and you'll start getting fever and all the symptoms. Many people, like 80%, will stop here and get better. But in some, the response of the body becomes worse and worse, as I'll take you through that. And then the other systems get involved And as the other systems get involved, there's a possibility of our becoming very sick. Now, all of us have to understand this part of it, because I have seen many people who don't want to get a test done because they're afraid what will come out of it. At the other end, I have seen many people who want to get a test done for every sneeze, every now and then, which unnecessarily exposes them to people who are doing the test and thus are having a possibility of themselves being infected. Mind you, nearly 60% of the technicians in Hyderabad who were collecting samples got affected. That is the fact. Now, if you notice this chart, in the first 1 week, your chance of getting an RT-PCR test positive starts to increase from day 1 to day 7.
हेलो
Yes?
सर, कोविड के बारे में बता रहे हैं सर, पूरा आप डिटेल?
पूरा नहीं, आपको क्या चाहिए वही.
अच्छा, नहीं मतलब कोविड कैसे?
कोविड के लिए ही. So from day 5 to day 7 is when your test is likely to give the best positive result if you are positive. So don't hurry into a test also. It doesn't mean that once you are having symptoms, you don't get tested. Don't get tested before you even have symptoms. That's what I am trying to say here. I have seen many people get the antigen and antibody tests and think that they are fine. The understanding of antigen and antibody tests is different. The other part is that doctors are doing too many tests. Are they required? I have just put in a table where it says mild cases, these are the tests required, moderate and severe. I'll not go into the details, but understand this. An RT-PCR on an antigen test tells you whether you're infected. A CRP tells you regarding the degree of inflammation. A procalcitonin test will tell you whether you have got bacterial infection along with the viral infection. A D-dimer tells you whether you have got a prothrombotic state. What is a prothrombotic state? It is a state where your blood vessels start forming thrombi, like in atherosclerosis, which result in attacks, heart attacks and all that stuff, or strokes. There are certain other tests to see how your liver and kidney are coping and how your sugar is, because it is very important to know your state of liver, kidney and sugar to give medicines. Let me go to the next part. Now, people have the understanding that, oh, dexamethasone is supposed to work well. It will save me from mortality. Is it true? It is true. But when do you start? Not in the first stage. If you notice this chart, there's an incubation period where the virus is dividing in your body, but you have no symptoms. And from day 1, you have the symptoms where the virus load is very high. At this stage, your antivirals will work well. Your antivirals are remdesivir and favipiravir. Please understand that these medicines are not going to cure most people. It is effective only to the tune of 30–40%. That too in decreasing the duration of disease, not in eradicating the virus. The virus gets eradicated by the body, not by the antivirals as of now. Antivirals decrease the duration of illness only as of now, as the knowledge stands today. So the run that people are doing for remdesivir and favipiravir is unwarranted unless they have particular symptoms which the doctors will decide. Number 1, are you needing oxygen? Number 2, is your lung affected more than 1/3 to 1/2? Number 3, are your infection markers high? That is the CRP, without having a increased procalcitonin. Here in this stage, you will have a lot of non-respiratory symptoms. Body pains, all those kind of things will happen here in the first half. After 7 days is when the dangerous phase starts. From 7 to 14 days is the dangerous phase when people die. What we have to understand is, depending on the viral load, people may become sick. More the viral load, more they are sick. Depending on their comorbidities, they will become sick. Who should take care and who should not take care is not something that can be told on day one, except in certain categories which are high risk. In all the other people, only time will tell whether they will become sick or not. Home care or online care will help you monitor the vitals properly and allow your doctor to take a decision whether you are getting into a risk. And this will be obvious 1.5 to 2 days before you actually become very sick and need admission, if you are doing your monitoring properly. Now, in the second phase of the disease, in which you are seeing this red line, this is where dexamethasone, tocilizumab, and all start working well. In this phase, middle phase, where both the yellow and red are overlapping, there is a role for antivirals, but a diminished role. There's a role for steroids, but not a very high role. Tocilizumab, definitely not. It is in the totally red zone only. Let's go to the next part. This is the story I want to concentrate on. This is a news or national early warning score, which is used world over. It has been in use for quite some time, nearly more than 8 years in the US, in the NHS, in the UK, and in the US. India also uses this score very frequently, especially in all the institutes. Now, what does it tell? It tells you to measure the respiratory rate, that is the breathing per minute. It asks you to check your saturation. It asks you to check your blood pressure and pulse rate. And obviously, only people who are conscious can be at home. It also sees your temperature. Now, these 5 factors are to be monitored at least twice and honestly. I have seen many people tell me that the pulse oximeter is showing a wrong report. Maybe true, but before you say that, 1, is your hand clean? 2, is your hand at rest, or is it hanging in the air along with the pulse oximeter? Because then the pulse flow will not be good. Your hand should be resting on a surface. The pulse oximeter should be fitting snugly, not tightly. If it is tight, it will decrease the blood flow. If it is loose, it will not allow you to see well. And you should be careful to see that the pulse wave on the pulse oximeter is regular. Only then you can consider that the pulse oximeter is working well.
You want to show it once?
I'd like to show this to you.
I'll stop.
1 second.
I'll stop the screen share. Hang on.
Now, this is the pulse oximeter. If I am putting it like this on my hand, it is unlikely to show me a good report. Why? There's a lot of pressure on it and it will not show the proper reading. What you have to do is, you have to rest it on a surface properly.
You keep it there.
And now if you, 1 second. Now if you see, as it is resting, you can see a proper waveform. Only when the proper waveform is there, you should believe the reading. If you have a doubt about whether it is working well or not, the idea is to check it out on somebody else. We have 10 fingers. If one is not working, you should check on the other fingers. And if it is still not showing the right thing, then check it on others. Then you will know whether it is really working or not. Now, this is a very important thing. You should check it when you are at rest. 1. 2. You should also check it after 5 minutes of walk, because that will tell you whether you are on a worsening path. In a person who is likely to worsen, that is where it will show up first after the 5-minute walk. The pulse rate and the blood pressure also help us to pick it up. But if you are having fever and check the pulse rate at that time, it will be falsely high. So you should check it after the fever has come down. Now, a hospital also relies on these things to decide whether a patient stays 1 at home, 2 in the ward, 3 in the ICU. If you see, if too many of the things are bad, your score increases and you are shifted to different places. Also, if you're fine, your score is 0, checking once in 12 hours is fine. But if your score is between 1 and 4, you have to check every 6 hours. Worsening every 4 hours. Worsening still 5 or more every 1 hour. Now this 6 hours is where you can probably still stay at home with the readiness that any moment you might be asked to get admitted, or if you improve, stay at home. But the 5 or more score on this does not allow you to stay at home. Just before this session started, Ravindranath specifically told me that there have been people in our satsang community who have died. Most of us feel that they approached the healthcare providers late, after they were very sick. And so that was contributing to their bad outcome. How does it do that? Because suppose you are between 1 and 4 and worsening rapidly. Morning you were 1, by afternoon you are 3, and by evening you are 5. It means you have to be in the ICU. Morning you have been 1, evening also you have been 1, next day also you're 1, you can still stay at home. So checking very often and checking it reliably is the most important part of knowing whether a person needs to get admitted or can continue to treat at home. The problem with COVID especially is there is something called happy hypoxia. This term is a little misleading. Happy for whom? The patient is foolishly happy even though he is worsening. Why is he happy? Because the COVID virus goes to something called the carotid body, which is there in our main blood vessels, affects that and makes it insensitive to decreased oxygen. Normally, the moment your oxygen decreases, your breathing will start to increase, your heart rate will start to increase. In COVID, because of that ACE2 receptor which is there in the carotid body, this virus goes there, attacks it, spoils it a little, not completely. So because it is not completely spoiled, it does.
Thank you.
It does tell you that things are bad, but not early enough, because that sensitivity of the carotid body is totally lost because of the viral infection. That is why the patient is happy. Now, how do I get the true picture? Only by seeing the respiratory rate, the saturation, the heart rate, and his symptoms. Now, this is the reliable way of finding out whether he is becoming sick or not. Now, if we ignore this part, that is where the risk is. Because once your lungs have got full, a lot of phlegm, and you have become real sick, it is very difficult in COVID to pull back people. And even if we do with a Herculean effort, the costs are literally skyrocketing. Now one doctor pediatrician recovered with ECMO. He would have spent nearly 1 crore. And mind you, spending the crore, he might have afforded it, spent it. That's okay. He will earn it back. That's okay. But do you think his lungs will become normal again? Highly unlikely. He will be left with a lot of morbidity, damage, which will haunt him probably a lifetime. That is where the risk is. Even after survival, if you can't get back to normal, it's a bad thing. And it could probably have been avoided if you had approached and taken your antivirals or your steroids or your tocilizumabs on time instead of going late. This is the entire story. I have done some home care for some satsangis and quite a lot of other people. The problem with most people is the false sense of security. One reading in the morning is fine, so I am fine today. No, it's not like that. You have to check again, and check regularly. Check reliably. Don't color it with your masala. ఇప్పుడు 93 చెప్తే డాక్టర్ గారు అడ్మిట్ చేసేస్తారేమో, అడ్మిట్ कर देंगे भाई, 22 होगा तो, इतना होगा तो एडमिट कर देंगे, अभी तो ठीक था, नहीं वो बेहतर वाला बताते हैं, ये थोड़ी देर के बाद अगर फिर आएगा तो बताएंगे. नो, डोंट डू दैट. टेल द ट्रूथ. अगर ऐसा है तो बोलना कि ऐसा है. आपके डॉक्टर बताएंगे कि अगर ऐसा है थोड़ी देर के बाद फिर चेक करो. ऐसा नहीं कि वो बोलेंगे अच्छा 92 चल अब भर्ती हो जा ना. माई रेस्पॉन्स विल बी ठीक है, एक आधा घंटा रेस्ट लो, फिर से चेक करो. अगर फिर से उतना ही आ रहा है मुझे वीडियो पे बताओ ठीक से चेक कर रहे हो कि नहीं. अगर ठीक से चेक हो रहा है, किसी दूसरे को मशीन लगा के देखो, मशीन उसको 98 बता रहा है, तुमको 92 बता रहा है, तो ऑब्वियसली मशीन की गलती नहीं है. अब तुमको सोचना चाहिए. एंड दिस ऑल्सो गिव्स अस टाइम टू गेट अ हॉस्पिटल बेड. इट्स नॉट इजी. हॉस्पिटल का बेड मिलना उतना आसान है नहीं, ट्रांसपोर्ट मिलना उतना आसान है नहीं अभी. तो इसके लिए आपको टाइम चाहिए, और टाइम इज मनी, इज लाइफ हियर. दैट्स व्हाई योर मॉनिटरिंग शुड बी गुड. Home care is as good as your monitoring. Home care is as good as the doctor or nurse who is following it up and taking care of your deterioration or improvement closely. एक बार सुबह मैंने 9 बजे फोन कर लिया, अब मैं नहीं देखूंगा तुम्हें, नहीं चलता है. अगर बिगड़ रहे हो देखना पड़ेगा, आपको भी और मुझे भी और वो नर्स को भी. Now regarding this, ये बड़ा important part है.
Rasumi sir, I have a question here.
Yeah.
So of all the 8 parameters that you mentioned, right, for home care, so what all devices are required to be kept at home to monitor them?
Pulse oximeter a must.
All right.
Thermometer a must. Counting breathing is a human task. Somebody else should count for an entire minute how many times you are breathing per minute. That can be done by looking at your chest or abdomen about how many times it is going up and down in a minute. And that you have to do when the person is not conscious about it. For children or for adults, it has to be done at rest. The blood pressure will become bad in people who are worsening, so it is important, but not as important as the first 3. Your blood sugars will go bad when you're becoming sick, even for people who are borderline or not yet diabetic. So that is also important. The Spiro ball is important for doing lung exercises, which you can also do if you are careful without that. But that makes it kind of idiot proof. These are the things that are needed, and most important, whether for a doctor, for a nurse or for a patient, is honesty in assessing yourself. Honesty in saying that हाँ बिगड़ रहा है बात या नहीं बेहतर हो रहा है. Don't color it with your bias. I have seen Even doctors say, नहीं नहीं यार कल ठीक था, मशीन गलत होगी. अरे यार, before you say that, check the machine ना. Why are you saying that? एक बार पेशेंट की बात सुनो, शायद बिगड़ रहा है, बार बार देख लो और एक फोन कॉल कर लो, एक बार उसका वीडियो देख लो जैसे कैसे वो मेजर कर रहा है, सही कर रहा है कि नहीं कर रहा है. 1 मिनट मैं पेशेंट को सामने रख के वीडियो में देख लूंगा तो मुझे भी तो उसका रेस्पिरेटरी रेट पता चल जाएगा. 1 मिनट से अगर जिंदगी बच सकती है, क्यों ना करें. बार बार करो. वहीं पे गलतियां होती है, बिकॉज वी डोंट फॉलो द रूल स्ट्रिक्टली. Roundabout doesn't work, especially when the doctor is not around. And मैंने बहुत लोगों को ये कहते सुना है, नहीं वो डॉक्टर को एक्सपीरियंस है. खाक एक्सपीरियंस यार, फोन पे क्या एक्सपीरियंस काम आएगा. यहाँ पे क्या काम आता है कि तुम रूल जो लिखा है एकदम सख्ती से फॉलो करो, एकदम शिद्दत से फॉलो करो, उसको मॉडिफाई मत करो. डोंट मॉडिफाई द रूल्स, डोंट मेक राउंड अबाउट थिंग्स. లేదండి బానే ఉండెను పొద్దున వరకు. నో ఎక్స్క్యూజెస్. ఎలా ఉందో దానికి ఏం చేయాలి, డౌట్ ఉంది మళ్ళీ మళ్ళీ చూడాలి, అంతేగాని రౌండ్ ఫిగర్ లేసేయకూడదు. దీంట్లో రౌండ్ ఫిగర్ లేస్తేనే ఇబ్బంది. నౌ దిస్ ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ క్వశ్చన్ I am coming to this particular chart which is very useful for all our satsangis. One, I see a lot of old people in Saranagar colony, my father mother being part of that. This is a chart for anybody 40 above or anybody with risk factors. This clearly tells you how you should score a person based on one, his waist circumference, his weight, whether he has got diabetes, whether he has got a stroke, whether he has got chronic pulmonary disease, asthma, COPD, those kind of things, kidney disease, age, whether any other family members have succumbed to COVID. And based on that, there is a clear-cut scoring system which tells you whether this person, even before he has got COVID, is likely to go bad if he gets COVID. अगर इसको कोविड आएगा, ये इसका बचना मुश्किल है. ये 7 और मोर स्कोर वाले, ये 0 to 3 स्कोर वाले, हाँ ये काम पे जा सकते हैं, कोई बात नहीं, प्रिकॉशन लेके जाओ. ये येलो वाले, नहीं काम पे मत जाओ यार, हो सके तो होम से वर्क फ्रॉम होम करो, हो सके तो अगर जाना पड़े तो मिनिमाइज करो, कितने दिन जाते हो हफ्ते में, ये सब. और किनको बिल्कुल ही बिल्कुल नहीं तुम काम पे जाओ ही मत, तुम घर पे भी 4 लोग जहां हैं वहां मत रहो, थोड़ा आइसोलेटेड ही रहो. दैट इज हाउ वी डू दिस, दैट इज हाउ वी कैटेगराइज. दिस इज फॉर पीपल हु हैव नॉट yet become sick and have to know whether they should take the risk of going to office, whether they should take the risk of going to work at all, whether they should stay at home, and how isolated. Now suppose there's a meeting and you are in the yellow zone. It's just a meeting, everybody will come with a mask. Still you should not go, you're in the yellow zone. Even with precautions, you should not go. The red people, absolute no. So this is the important part for people who are not yet sick. I hope my older satsangi bhai behan are listening to this, because my father has already said, कब भेजोगे मुझे कॉलोनी को. मैं ये रिस्क फैक्टर देखता हूँ और बोलता हूँ आपको अब नहीं भेजूंगा, अब तो मौका ही नहीं है और थोड़ा वक्त लगेगा. पसंद नहीं आया हमको, लेकिन this is how scientifically assess whether a person needs to take complete isolation, expose yourself with all the care, or you can work like any young person with care.
శేఖర్ కొంచెం తెలుగులో కూడా అప్పుడప్పుడు కీ పాయింట్స్ తెలుగులో కూడా చెప్పాలి. కొంతమంది చాలామంది they can't understand. Please.
Doctor, one question. In the earlier screen, what is a normal? Normal?
0.
Your score 0 is normal, sir. White.
The white is normal. Okay, doctor.
The yellows are maybe kinds. But once you go to the third centile, this 3 parts, you are in a bad shape on both sides. You can see that a very low temperature is also bad, and a very high temperature is also bad. A very low pulse rate is bad. A very high pulse rate is bad. A very low BP is bad. A very high BP is bad. So that is where it is. Only thing is with the SpO2 scale 2, scale 2, that is not applicable to all of you. That is not for home care. That is for the hospital setting. I did not change the slide. That's all.
Doctor, one doubt. Shashi here.
Yeah.
What is the diastolic level that should be there? You said
No, don't bother about the diastolic for the purpose of scoring.
Okay.
Because it is the systolic that matters here, because here what we are seeing is organ perfusion.
Okay.
And that depends on the systolic, not on the diastolic.
Okay.
Diastolic is important from hypertension treatment point of view.
Okay.
And your systolic is important from your organ.
Dr. Ramaswamy, to all, I mean, to the extent possible, we'll shift the questions to the last. Please,
Yes.
please note it down and then you can ask later. And this is also being recorded. We'll supply the entire session.
Right.
Dr.
One second, let me add. I get questions from, this is Raj, I get questions from many working people. Just did you just stay on the chart? So this is your answer. Can I go to work? Yes or no? Can I work from home? Yes or no? Can I work from home but not isolated? So this is your answer for all working people, working professional. This is your answer. The same thing applies to school going or institution going children, whether they should go to
the same thing also applies to satsangis who are participating in meetings. If you are red, you cannot, even with all the precaution. Only if you are green, you are allowed to participate in a meeting. That is what has to come out from this. And this is for normal people, risk assessment.
This is pre-symptomatic and say widely acclaimed, well shot, world over it is getting followed. It has been there for more than 8-10 years, but today we are seeing the importance of it much more than any time.
So I get a question about what we should have. Now, I am not an Ayurvedic doctor, but we have understood from our Ayurvedic colleagues that Kashayam and all are good. But the problem is somebody makes a very, very strong Kashayam for a small child. Obviously, he can't take it. You have to let common sense prevail about how strong it should be, how concentrated. The more the concentrated, the better. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to follow the rules that your Ayurvedic physician has said about making kada. You can't make a kada concentrate and hope that it will work better than kada. The diet and all, I have just shared the screen so that all of you can follow it. The next step, an important part, is the breathing exercises for COVID, or for anybody for that matter. Anybody who is likely to have a lung problem, has a lung problem, or has COVID needs to do some exercises. And this will, if you see this link, they will tell you, a professional will tell you what are the exercises to be done. Whether you call it pranayama, whether you call it yoga, whether you call it exercise, the idea is to breathe in deep and breathe out well. Now, these are the videos that you will get about home care. So what happens and all that for your knowledge, so that you're not taken for a ride when you are taking home care. I have seen many people offer home care and teleconsultation. What are they doing on teleconsultation? You open a WhatsApp call, talk to the patient, write a prescription, send it on WhatsApp. That is not how teleconsultation is supposed to be. Teleconsultation is supposed to be, one, the patient gives you some basic data about his health, weight, temperature, saturation, heart rate. Okay, sometimes for some things it may not be needed, everything may not be needed, but some basic data is definitely needed. Also, you should supply your immunization details, your background, And then your prescription should be valid for one buying medicines which are like, suppose I prescribe remdesivir to a patient on home care. They will give it because it is in a particular format. They will not give it if you just put on WhatsApp, take home remdesivir. It doesn't happen like that. A CT scan, they will ask you for a prescription. A COVID-19 RT-PCR, they'll ask you for a prescription. In India, it's not yet strict, so patients are getting away with it. But over time, I don't think this roundabout methods will work. Now, this is what satsang guidelines have come out. These guidelines will change over time. At least the allopathy part, there are a lot of changes that are happening and they'll keep on happening. The homeo part, the Ayurvedic part, it has been designed by senior doctors at Dayal. You have to follow it. The problem that I have faced is somebody asked me whether you can take this Ayurvedic with homeo, Ayurvedic with allopathy, homeo with allopathy. I really don't have an answer because they didn't teach me that. That is a fact. So we'll have to go by some idea there because the government, Dayal, everybody has said use a holistic method where all the systems are used so that you get the best benefit. Right? Let me touch upon a very, very important part. I left it for here. I didn't talk about it before. A large part of my home care, what I do in COVID home care, of which I have done quite a number by now, is providing moral and mental support. That is a very, very, very important part. What it means, इसका मतलब क्या है? मतलब ये है कि तुम पेशेंट को भरोसा दिलाओ, लेकिन गलत फहमी उसका मत बढ़ाओ. Be true, be correct. నిజం చెప్పండి, అబద్ధం చెప్పకండి. మీరు చెయ్యలేనివి చెప్పకండి, చేయగలిగేవి చెప్పండి, కానీ వాటిని చెప్పే విధానంలో చెప్పండి. Assure them that you are there, that you will pick up the phone if they're becoming sick, that you will respond, that you will organize. I think this part in the Dayal, a lot of volunteers in satsangis can help with this, provide that moral support. And as family members, we have to be good at this. This is the crucial part in mild and asymptomatic cases because the trauma, the tension of having got COVID is too much to bear for most people. Here I would like to put in 2 or 3 more things. I have come across insinuations. Arey, వాళ్ళ ఇంట్లో కోవిడ్ వచ్చిందంటారు, ఆయన ఊరంతా తిరిగేస్తున్నాడు. నీకు డౌట్ వచ్చింది, ఫోన్ చేసి ఆయన్నే డైరెక్ట్గా అడుగు, ఏరా బాబు కోవిడ్ వచ్చి తిరుగుతున్నావు అంట, నీకు మంచిది కాదు, అందరికీ మంచిది కాదు. అది నిజమో కాదో, వచ్చి తగ్గిపోయిందో, నిజంగానే వాడు షేమ్లెస్గా ఇర్రెస్పాన్సిబుల్గా తిరుగుతున్నాడో, ఇవన్నీ మనం కొంచెం జాగ్రత్తగా అప్రోచ్ అవ్వాలి ఈ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ని. అరే వాడి కోవిడ్ వచ్చిందంట అని ఊరంతా చెప్పడం తప్పు. తెలిసినా అవసరమా చెప్పడం? అవసరం వరకే. ఏ డాక్టర్ గారు అందరికీ తెలిసి వాళ్ళని దూరం ఉంటారు కదా? లేదు, అది కరెక్ట్ కాదు.
Raswami sir,
చెప్పండి సార్.
it will be better if you speak in Hindi or English.
ठीक है sir. I just put in some Telugu.
We could not understand.
Not left out.
Yeah, so
right sir. मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि किसी को कोविड हुआ है, अपने को पता चला है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि हम ये ढिंडोरा पीटे और सबको बताएं. इसका मतलब ये जरूर है कि हम वो पर्सन को जितना सपोर्ट कर सके साइकोलॉजिकली, ओवर फोन, ओवर व्हाट्सएप, ओवर समथिंग करें. और अगर वो रूल्स ब्रेक कर रहा है तो उसको चेतावनी दे कि ये गलत हो रहा है. ये यहाँ पर हम लोगों को थोड़ा ज्यादा रिस्पॉन्सिबल भी होना है और थोड़ा केयर लेना है. और एक चीज क्या है, कोविड हुआ है या कोविड का डाउट हुआ है, अरे सबको पता चलेगा, अब हमें दूर कर देंगे। अब घर में बुजुर्गों को लगेगा अरे बुखार है बोलूंगा तो ये कोविड का टेस्ट कराएगा, पॉजिटिव आएगा तो मुझे घर से निकाल देंगे ये। अब नहीं बोलेंगे हम बुखार आने से भी, अब ये भी तो गलत है। ये गलती के वजह से कुछ जाने गई हैं, हाँ गई हैं, तो दैट वी शुड अवॉइड इवन विद इन अ फैमिली, इवन विद इन अ कॉलोनी। नहीं मुझे सिम्टम्स हैं लेकिन मेरे पास कोई नहीं है जो मेरा टेस्ट करवा सकते हैं, गलत है, ये गलत है। घर आके टेस्ट करने वाले हैं, और अगर नहीं भी हो तो क्या कोई हम लोग वॉलंटियर नहीं कर सकते हैं? डॉक्टर लोग वहां जाके तो इलाज कर ही रहे हैं, तो क्या एक नेबर पीपी पहन के उन्हें नहीं ले जा सकता टेस्ट के लिए? क्यों नहीं ले जा सकता? जरूर ले जा सकता है। क्या मैं कोविड पेशेंट्स को देखना बंद कर दिया हूं? मेरा हॉस्पिटल कोविड हॉस्पिटल नहीं है, मैं कोविड हॉस्पिटल पेशेंट्स को नहीं एडमिट करता हूं। क्यों? क्योंकि रूल्स ऐसे हैं। लेकिन अगर कोई आए, शक है कि उसको कोविड है, ऐसा नहीं कि मैं उसे भगा दे रहा हूं, उसको देख के पूरी प्रिकॉशन लेके देखो। इतना प्रिकॉशन लो कि आपको ना आए, आपके सहपाठी, आपके जो कोलीग्स हैं, आपके जो काम करने वाले हैं उनको ना आए, और दूसरे पेशेंट्स जो आए उनको भी ना आए। ये बहुत जरूरी है। It is important for us as a doctor, one, even if a suspect patient comes, one, protect him, protect his privacy. Two, protect yourself and your staff. Three, protect the other patients who are coming there from getting infected. It will be very, very wrong and absolutely पाप है अगर कोई कोविड से आ रहा है और मैं कहता हूं नहीं मैं तुझे छू नहीं सकता, अछूत हो तुम। छुआछूत का जमाना गया, कब का गया? उसको हम लोग नहीं करना है। ये थोड़ी बहुत हो रही है हर जगह, इससे हम लोगों को लड़ना है। अब बारी आती है क्या हम लोगों को देखना है? वेट, हाइट, ब्लड प्रेशर, पल्स रेट, ऑक्सीजन सैचुरेशन, रेस्पिरेटरी रेट, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट वाइटल्स हैं। थोड़ा भी हद से गलत हो रहा है, बार बार देखना जरूरी है। थोड़ा स्कोर खराब हो रहा है, 4-6 घंटे में एक बार, और खराब हो रहा है घंटे घंटे को। The other part, this is what we do as a COVID initial assessment. It is very important to look at all these symptoms: cough, running nose, sore throat, body pain, loss of appetite, diarrhea, loss of smell, breathing difficulty, pain in the chest, bluish lips, confusion. You have to go through each of them, because if you take everything into consideration, the chance of your missing out on worsening COVID is less. If you concentrate only on 3 or 4 symptoms, there is a chance that you will miss it. And if you see this chart, carefully you measure it over time, even though everything is normal, then you will get the best result. This is about home care. Care for parameters, care your symptoms, carefully give it over to the doctor. Choose a doctor who will carefully go over them, check them, and give you the right decision about whether you should continue at home, whether you should get ready to go to a hospital, whether you should run to a hospital. Now, this is how a prescription looks like on a e-prescription. This is what is a valid prescription. In this, if we write the tests and all, it is valid. These are the things that are, these are the references from where you will get reliable information. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare sites are there. You will get it from them. Now, if you take this off, from here, I would like to give it over to Raj for his comments. 2, make it open to all so that we can answer the questions that must be in everybody's mind. No question is small or unnecessary. Every question is important, because even at school, there were so many of us who were shy to ask questions. Let's not do that here, because we need to get what is the right thing here. Right?
Thank you, Dr. Vijay. Let me go back. For some of you who had missed the first part, I'll just cover it and then we'll come to Q&A. The whole webinar is about COVID online care. Telephone is not online care. WhatsApp is not online care. Whichever online care you are selecting, this gives the foundation of what it is. Who are the people who are eligible for home care? The people who have missed it out. Number one, asymptomatic, pre-symptomatic, mild and moderate only, not severe cases. Severe cases are meant for hospital care. There is another category, COVID suspect, asymptomatic patient, who are not eligible. People with the age of more than 60 years, children with the age of less than 10 years.
This less than 10 years and more than 60 years and pregnant women can be provided home care, provided they and their obstetrician, pediatrician or physician take that extra care and are more than ready for an admission at a short notice. That is what it means. You cannot exclude this entire population from home care. It is just that the rules will be a little more stringent with them, both for the doctor, for the patient, and the readiness to get admitted.
Thank you. This is another category, comorbidities. These are patients who are more susceptible. Diabetes, hypertension, heart diseases, anyone who had some major surgery in the recent past, chronic illnesses, COPD, cancer. These patients are vulnerable. So we should not take risk with them. By taking a risk, we are doing bungee jumping without a line. Now, when we go for a home care, what we should expect and what should be the scope of that? This is very, very important. There should be teleconsultation by doctors. There should be tele-monitoring by the nurses. That means whatever we are recording at home should be visible to them. And whatever they are recording or measuring, that should be visible to us seamlessly. We should be able to chart it and see the progress and track it. An individual point should be a red, amber, and green. We should be able to prompt it. The patient intuitively has to come to know. Nurses intuitively have to come to know. Dietitian and physiotherapists are critical because this is a respiratory illness. The physiotherapist, it may be a one-time exercise, but it is important. In our experience while curing hundreds of people in the past month, we have seen when there is a family of 4 or 3, we are ignoring the consultations of the physiotherapist. It cannot be that we order 1 and 3 of us eat, because every person reacts differently. A person with COPD, a person with hypertensive, the exercises are not the same. The physiotherapy is not the same for the child and an expecting mother. So please do not do that mistake of one physiotherapy having one for all is not, one size fits all is not the right thing. A dietitian, also the food. Yes, a person who is having diabetes, they need to have a different food regime. So let's not try to cut corners. Let's use the facility of home care where they have these things. Insist that they have a COVID initial assessment. The initial assessment is a full-blown thing as per the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, ICMR, and even missing out one step like smelllessness or odorlessness is there can cause a damage. They are minor, they are subtle points, but they are critical. And not having an e-prescription or e-report. When you do an e-report, and that should be shareable on a digital platform, and you should be able to send it back and forth. That's very essential. Not having a web or something, if the patient doesn't have, it's okay. Somebody at home or a person co-living with that person should be mobile savvy and should be in a position to help with precaution. That means if there is an elderly person, a son, daughter, brother, sister, somebody is taking care, they wear gloves, they wear masks, they wear PPE, and then monitor and come out and discard them with a bin which is lined with plastic, and they are disposed accordingly. Please ensure that you have a helpline available in case of emergency. If their doctor is talking to you, which is great, but in case of an emergency, a doctor's line has to be available to you. Whichever city, doesn't matter. Just see that whichever healthcare provider you are using, you have these facilities available with you. Right. There were hands raising about different parameters. Let me go through that. Number one, first row, it is a digital thermometer. It costs hardly 150 to 200 rupees. The second one with the finger is a pulse oximeter. And the reason for keeping the pulse oximeter with the finger is it is giving best result by using that finger. You can use any other finger, but this finger gives the best result. And when you are measuring the pulse oximetry, keep it resting on the table. Don't leave it dangling or on your thigh. The best thing is whether it is ECG or whether it is blood pressure, whether it's pulse, sit on a chair, dining chair and dining table is best, or a reading table and chair, and keep it at that height. That height, when it is almost perpendicular, parallel to the ground, at chest level, gives you best readings. Now, let me move on to the third one, the red, yellow, and green one. These are idiot-proof Spiro ball. Even a layman can understand what is lal batti, hara batti, and pila batti. So that's the reason these things are there. So you know where you are while inhaling and exhaling. This is a very good test. This hardly costs about 400 to 600 rupees. Everyone should have it and do the exercise. Same thing is a vaporizer. The lady, steam inhalation, have it. There are some people who are putting different kinds of liquids into that. Please do not use any liquid, every liquid. Please consult your doctor before pouring any drop into this one. Some people pulled menthol, this, Zinda Tilsmat. Okay, Zinda Tilsmat, Ganda Tilsmat, I don't know. But please check with your doctor before you put any one of them. Now I'll come to the right bottom, that 104 is there. That's a glucometer for people who have diabetes and sugar. That is what they should have. And the last one on the bottom side, right one, 120 by 80, that is a BP apparatus. Don't go by the accuracy and everything. Don't buy a cheapo, but don't have to buy a platinum grade. Buy Omron or something which is reasonable. Check it with normal person and check it with yourself. You will be okay. If there is an error, errors are normally constant. There will be some negative or positive error. Measure it with the doctor's place and your place. Parallel. Take it with you to the doctor. Measure it and you will know the error. You do it twice or thrice, you will get your error calibration. Mobile, the last one. Now, after this one, I'll just move on to this particular score. News, very widely used. Most of the international institutes and our national institute like AIIMS, JIPMER, Chandigarh, all of them use news. Wherever they are using news, they are having much more predictable, and they are getting an early warning at least 24 to 48 hours early. These are published results, so news can be happily used. This is for our doctor colleagues and medical fraternity. They make use of that, they will see better results. Our institution has been. This is for people who want to ask a question, whether they want to go home or stay at home, or they have to stay isolated. So this is for
people who
at home.
What is your risk based on your health status?
And if there are 3 or 4 at home, who stays together, who stays sharing, and who stays isolated is a decision made by this particular chart. Right? These are the diet charts. We will share it. Breathing exercise you have covered.
Done.
This one is the one on the left hand side, very, very important. And the right hand side, even if you are, you need to have the tracking and monitoring and early alerts. That's critical for this one. So I'll open the floor for questions. Vijay, I would like you to take the seat and open the floor for questions and get your video on. Yes, you are there. Ravi asked me to remind two questions. One,
Radha Swami sir.
there are 2-3 different categories of people we should be cautious about it. One, people feel very bullish that, you know, and nothing will happen to me. That's a wrong thing. Anything can happen to anyone, everyone. Number one, assume that even the normal cold and cough, this is because of a weather change or raining. No, it would be absolute foolishness to assume that it is not COVID. Assume that everything is COVID. Check, get yourself checked. By going to a doctor, let the doctor take the call. Let's not be the Google doctor. Let's not, kill ourselves by taking such foolish decisions. Number one. Number two, just because we have influence or we have the money to spend, we said, okay, let me also get the test done. By getting the test done, you are putting yourself into trouble. The disease has not manifested. You have gone to the diagnostic center early. The disease has not come. It will be negative. Because it is negative, you are more carefree. Don't waste that resource of India, which doesn't have to be wasted. It will be useful for somebody else. But more than philosophy, by going early, you are not helping yourself. You're only cheating yourself and giving a false commitment to you that, yeah, and I'm negative. Negative doesn't mean it is negative. Let the symptoms onset. Yeah, negative mustn't mean it's negative. After 3-4 days, it can become positive. At the same time, if it is positive, it doesn't mean that somebody is going to die. So many positives are getting cured. So don't do bungee jumping. Just go enroll yourself, meet your own doctor of your choice. Just make sure that all these things are taken care. And all of you, if you want to go for online care, all of you must have some of the infrastructure at your place. Without this infrastructure, expecting a doctor to take care would be not wise. You will be handicapping yourself and the doctor not to give the treatment. So I'll leave the floor to the question and answer. There were a lot of hand raises. Vijay, are you?
Radha Swami sir. Radha Swami sir.
Radha Swami.
My name is Bhaskar Rao.
Chappan sir.
And I am 70 years of age.
Sir.
And I and my wife live in one apartment. And my son is abroad. So what are the precautions we need to take? I am also diabetic and hypertension. But everything is normal. Within
under control.
The limit. I am taking.
Under control.
It is under control only. Everything is.
Sir, for a 70-year-old, what is the prescription? Stay at home. Do not come into contact with people. Do not invite even me if I am right at your door for a cup of tea. If you have to interact with people because you have to get groceries or vegetables, a mask and a face shield is very important. It is preferable that when you go out, you wash your hands and go. The moment you come home, even before you touch anything, wash your hands, remove your mask, remove your face shield, wash your hands again, take a bath, change your clothes, and then only get into your life. Not taking these precautions are hurting people. It is the lack of these precautions that are hurting people.
So can we go to Satsang Hall, sir? For Huzur's darshan?
Sir, if you are going to a meeting where more than your family is there, are you sure that they are not infected? Are you sure that they are not asymptomatic COVID? I would not like to do that.
Okay, thank you, sir. Radha, sir.
Das.
Rasumi,
Can you please bring the last second slide?
Last but one slide. That is the monitoring vitals.
No, before that one, sir. Before that.
Just a second.
This one?
Okay.
Not this. Not this. Before that, breathing something, breathing egg pattern or something was been said, no, sir. Before this, no. There was the lady. Before that, there was one slide. Before this one, sir.
Lady on a slide.
Like there was multiple horizontal lines. In which it was explained. I was about to take that snapshot. Never take that.
ఇదేనా?
ఇది తీసుకున్నాను సార్, ఇది కాదు, ఇంకొకటి ఉంది సార్ దీనికి దానికి మధ్యలో.
దీనికి మధ్యలో ఇంకేం లేదే.
ఓకే సార్, then these are there.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
రాస్వామి సార్, రాస్వామి సార్. సార్ ఇప్పుడు మనకి సత్సంగ్ డాక్టర్ సార్ ఒక హెల్ప్ లైన్ నెంబర్ మీరు ఏమైనా క్రియేట్ చేశారా?
Ravi will answer this question.
Okay, sir.
మిశ్రా,
రాస్వామి సార్.
రాస్వామి, అలా హెల్ప్ లైన్ మనం ఏమి ట్రీట్మెంట్ ఏమి ఆఫర్ చేయట్లేదు. ఇట్స్ ఓన్లీ అవేర్నెస్
గైడ్ లైన్స్ సార్, గైడ్ లైన్స్ కి ఏమైనా వస్తే ఎవరైనా వస్తే ఎనీబడి ఎఫెక్టెడ్ అదే ఏమైనా ఇవ్వడానికి చేయడానికి ఏమైనా ఒక లైన్ ఒకటి ఇస్తే కనుక క్రియేట్ చేస్తే కనుక డెఫినెట్లీ దే విల్, మీరు ఫోన్ చేసి కాంటాక్ట్ చేసి ఏమైనా గైడ్ లైన్ తీసుకుంటారు కదా. హోమ్ ఐసోలేషన్ ఉన్నారనుకోండి ఎవరైనా.
లేదు, అది అంటే మనం ఇంతకుముందు దాల్బాగ్ రాసాము దీని మీదనే, కానీ దాని మీద బేసికలీ ఓన్లీ అవేర్నెస్ క్యాంపెయిన్ ఒకటి క్రియేట్ చేయమని చెప్పారు. సో దేర్ ఇస్ అ క్లియర్ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్. మనం డైరెక్ట్ గా ట్రీట్మెంట్ అయితే చేయలేము.
మిశ్రా గారు,
సార్
మాకున్న మ్యాండేట్ ఏంటంటే
సార్
మాలిక్ చెప్పింది,
సార్
tell everybody, educate everybody about the possibility of COVID home care online.
Yes, sir.
But we have not got a mandate to do it as a satsang seva. I am doing it in my private capacity as a doctor. We are allowed to do that, but not as a satsang seva, satsang activity.
Sir.
Chappan sir, Radha Swami.
ఒక విషయం సార్, మాకు so much good information you put to us. Thank you very much. But at the same time, will you please continue to some do's and don'ts for various types of people? Very simple, for as far as COVID-19 is concerned.
Sir, number one, SMS gurtupattukovali. S, sanitizing our hands. Number two, mask. Number three, social distancing. ఈ మూడే ఉన్నాయి సార్. ఎక్స్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ ప్రణబ్ ముఖర్జీకి వచ్చింది అంటే ఈ మూడిట్లోనే తప్పు ఉంది. అమిత్ షాకి వచ్చిందంటే ఆ మూడిట్లోనే తప్పు ఉంది. నాకు వచ్చిన ఆ మూడిట్లోనే తప్పు ఉంటుంది సార్. ఈ మూడు కానీ జాగ్రత్తగా చేస్తే the chances of getting COVID is 2% only. If we are careless about this, the chances are 60 to 80%. If I and you both are wearing mask, మీరు మాస్క్ వేసుకున్నారు, నేను వేసుకున్నాను, chance of transmission 5%. నేను వేసుకున్నాను, మీరు వేసుకోలేదు, 40%. నేను మీరు ఇద్దరు వేసుకోలేదు, 95%. మాస్కులు మీరు వేసుకున్నాను, నేను వేసుకున్నాను, అన్ని ముట్టుకున్నాం, అదే చేతితో ఇలా ముక్కు కొక్కున్నాం, నోట్లో వేలు పెట్టుకున్నాం, అదేదో తిన్నాం, ఇదేదో తాగాం, అయిపోయింది. మాస్క్ వేసుకున్న ఫలితం దండగా. బ్యాడ్ ఐడియా, ముట్టుకోకూడదు ఫేస్ మాస్క్. నేను ఇప్పటికీ చూస్తున్నాను, బయటకు వెళ్ళి తినేయడం, బయట పానీపూరీలు తినేయడం, బయట హోటల్లో తినేయడం, టీలు తాగేయడం. అంత అవసరమా? అప్పదా? ఆ ప్రశ్న మనల్ని మనం అడగాలి, వేరే వాళ్ళు అడగలేరు మనల్ని ఆ ప్రశ్న.
డాక్టర్ గారు నాకు ఒక క్వశ్చన్ ఉంది
సార్.
మేము చాలా చోట్ల విన్నాము, వాళ్ళు ఇంటి నుంచి బయటికి కదలనే లేదు, ఇట్ హెస్ కమ్ త్రూ డ్రైవర్ హు హెస్ ఇన్ఫెక్టెడ్ అంటే వీళ్ళు ప్రికాషన్స్ తీసుకోలేదో ఎలా వస్తుంది? డ్రైవర్ నుంచి ఏదో ఒక స్టూల్ ముట్టంత మాత్రాన వీళ్ళందరికీ వచ్చేస్తుందా కోవిడ్?
సార్ ఎవ్వరికి ఎక్స్పోజ్ కాకుండా ఉన్నాము అన్నది నిజం కాదు. ఎందుకు నిజం కాదు? నేనేం పాపం చెయ్యలేదు అన్నది ఎంత నిజమో, ఎవరికి ఎక్స్పోజ్ కాలేదు కూడా అంతే నిజం. ఇది సాధ్యమైన వస్తువు కాదు, ఎవరికి ఎక్స్పోజ్ కాకపోవడం. ఏంటి సాధ్యం?
రాధాస్వామి,
ఎక్స్పోజర్ తక్కువ చేసుకోవడం, విత్ ప్రికాషన్ ఎక్స్పోజ్ అవ్వడం.
రాధాస్వామి,
ఎక్స్పోజ్
ప్లీజ్ హిందీ ఆర్ ఇంగ్లీష్, ప్లీజ్ హిందీ ఆర్ ఇంగ్లీష్.
What I was saying is, what sir has, Mvira sir has asked is, there are some people who have got COVID even though there was no exposure. My take on that is, मैंने कोई पाप नहीं किया, ये जितना झूठ है, मैं एक्सपोज नहीं हुआ उतना ही झूठ है. एक्सपोजर कम हो सकता है, ज्यादा हो सकता है. एक्सपोजर विथ प्रिकॉशंस हो सकता है, विदाउट प्रिकॉशंस हो सकता है. लेकिन no exposure is not possible if you are living in society.
No, the question is actually, I have not taken anything. One driver has come, because of that I got infected.
It is
How does it happen?
possible, sir. It is strongly possible. Vegetables are coming to your home. Things are coming to your home. You have to take precautions round the clock. Everything. All your vegetables have to be washed in potassium permanganate. You have a guidance on that.
బాల్కనీ లో ఏమన్నా ఉందా?
చెప్పండి రాధాస్వామి. ఫర్దర్.
రాధాస్వామి సార్, అంటే బయట కొంచెం ప్లేస్ ఉంది కదా రోడ్ కి. రాధాస్వామి సార్
చెప్పండి.
ఏమన్నా ఉందా? నేను ఆగస్ట్ 6 హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి అస్సాంకి నా పిల్లలు ట్రావెల్ చేశాను.
ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఎక్కడికి?
హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి అస్సాంకి సార్.
ఎలా ట్రావెల్ చేశారు?
ఎయిర్ ట్రావెల్ చేశాను. అయితే ఇక్కడ అస్సాం రూల్ ఏంటంటే ఆగస్ట్ 6న మాకు కోవిడ్ టెస్ట్ చేశారు, RT-PCR చేశారు, ప్లస్ ర్యాపిడ్స్ కూడా చేశారు. అన్నిట్లో నెగిటివే వచ్చింది. 6th నైట్ మా హస్బెండ్ సడన్ గా ఫీవర్ వచ్చింది. తర్వాత 7 హీ గాట్ ఐసోలేటెడ్. 18th ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ నా చిన్న డాటర్ కి వచ్చింది. 19th నాకు నా పెద్దకి ఫీవర్ వచ్చింది సార్. నౌ ఆల్ ఆర్ నో ఫీవర్, బట్ స్టిల్ వీఆర్ ఇన్ పొజిషన్ వచ్చింది కోవిడ్ రాలా అని. వీ కన్సిడర్డ్ అవర్ ONGC డాక్టర్ హియర్. హీ సెడ్ జస్ట్ టేక్ a tablet, Dolo tablet for both of us, me and my husband, and ఆక్సిమీటర్ చెక్ చేసుకోమని చెప్పారు. తర్వాత పిల్లలిద్దరికి ఏమంటారు వాళ్ళ మెడిసిన్స్, చిన్నపిల్లల ఫీవర్ మెడిసిన్స్ ఇచ్చారు. ఆల్ ఆర్ ఫైన్, ఆక్సిమీటర్ కూడా బాగానే చూపిస్తుంది. బట్ ఛాన్సెస్ దట్ వీఆర్ ఎఫెక్టెడ్ విత్ కోవిడ్ అని we are in a great confusion.
సింపుల్ మాట, ట్రావెల్ చేయడం బ్యాడ్ ఐడియా. ఇట్ ఈస్ అ బ్యాడ్ ఐడియా.
ఓకే.
నంబర్ 2, ఎయిర్ ట్రావెల్ చేశారు. ఇట్ ఈస్ అ క్లోజ్డ్ థింగ్ వేర్ మెనీ పీపుల్ ఆర్ దేర్. మోస్ట్ ఫ్లైట్స్ ఆర్ టెస్టింగ్ పీపుల్ బిఫోర్ దే ఆర్ గెటింగ్ ఇన్ ఆర్ ఆఫ్టర్ దే ఆర్ గెటింగ్ అవుట్. వాట్ డస్ ఇట్ మీన్? RT-PCR test, if you do it on 100 people who already have COVID, only 70 will come as positive. So 30 people it will miss. Your rapid test will miss 60 people out of 100. So tests are not perfect in that way. 2, you have got symptoms. I, as a pediatrician, would have got you tested again.
But here the doctor is not allowing us for going for COVID test.
No, I will not get into that. Number 3,
okay, sir.
Check your pulse oximetry. How many times? What?
A pulse
When to
oximeter is
report?
absolutely fine with 98 and 99.
How often and when to report? That is the
98 and
most
19,
important.
sir.
No. When did they ask you to report back? What?
Every day they are getting the temperature.
ఫోన్ చేయాలి ఆయనకి. ఎంత వస్తే ఫోన్ చేస్తావు ఆయనకి?
ఐడియా లేదు ఆయన మాత్రం టెంపరేచర్ ఎవ్రీ డే పంపించమని చెప్పారు.
ఎవ్రీ డే పంపించావు. పొద్దున్న నీకు 94 వచ్చింది. రేపు పొద్దున్న చూస్తామా, ఇవాళ చూస్తామా, ఇప్పుడు చూస్తామా?
No, every time we are checking the temperature, sir.
కాదమ్మా.
Every time we are checking the temperature every now and.
ఒక్క నిమిషం నేను మాట్లాడొచ్చా? Number one, I'm not talking about you
Yes, sir.
as a person. What I am saying is, when we are checking at home, there should be a method of reporting it. And there should be a method where if things go bad, the report goes immediately and the answer comes immediately.
Okay.
That is what you should make sure when you get home care. That is the entire story about it. Right.
Sir,
I was seeing some other hands go up.
Sir, Rashmi.
Radha Swami.
I'm Vinod, sir. Actually, if a patient gets COVID and he recovers, so antibodies generate అవుతాయా sir? అది అంటే I mean next time రావడం chances తక్కువ ఉంటాయా? అలా ఏమైనా ఉందా sir?
Number one, all the people who have got COVID do not get antibodies. Only majority of them get it. Number one. Number two, if you have antibodies, you will not get COVID is a possibility, not a definite thing. Inka proven kaadu. What protects us against COVID is cell-mediated immunity, not antibody-mediated immunity. Cell-mediated immunity unda leda check cheyadaniki easy tests levu. Ippadiki except 2 or 3 reports of people confirmed got COVID, recovered and got it again. 2 or 3 reports unnai. But what is dangerous is there are young people who have got COVID, recovered and have had sudden deaths because of heart attacks and strokes. COVID causes atheromas to form, thrombus to form in your blood vessels. Like atherosclerosis, heart attack lavanni radaniki aa lopala jamai block avutayi kada, alanti rapid process deentlo untundi COVID lo. That has killed many people. We are not yet sure how to recognize them or how to prevent it. But there has been a dramatic improvement from the time in February to now. Now we check D-dimer for all patients with COVID so that we can give low molecular weight heparin to prevent that eventuality in most. Even in children we are giving it because now there is proof that it can happen. So that has become the change that has happened to prevent these. Will it really prevent? Will they not happen after we have done this? We are not very clear. But there has been a shift. There has been an understanding that it is causing sudden deaths later on.
Okay.
Next.
Last one, sir.
Doc, how do we read an oximeter?
How do we
read the oximeter?
Number
There
one,
will be 2 readings.
your hand should be clean. There should be no nail paint. You should check it on your finger. Put it on your finger. But no, don't let it dangle like this, because if it is dangling, the pulse wave doesn't come properly. So what you have to do is make sure that your hand is resting on a surface. Make sure that your hand is resting on a surface and the waveform that is coming is properly there for 2 cycles. Only then you trust your pulse oximeter report. there are two things in this. One, SpO2, that is the oxygen saturation. Two, the pulse rate. If you notice, my pulse rate is very high because I have been exerting myself continuously. Normally, at rest, it should be anywhere between 60 to 90.
Oh, thanks, Doc. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, Radhaswamy.
How to clean vegetables, Radhaswamy?
Should you clean vegetables? You should
Yes,
definitely
yes,
clean
yes.
vegetables that have been brought from the market. Preferable wash, then soak in potassium permanganate water, and then wash again, dry and store it.
For how much time we should soak? 15 minutes?
These guidelines are there on the Satsang portal regarding potassium permanganate.
Thank you.
Sir, Radhaswamy, any guidelines on travel by cab or by flight if required in an emergency?
Traveling in a cab is a risk. If you can travel on a scooter, that is safer than traveling in a cab. One. Two, if you have to travel in a cab, keep the windows open. Three, wear a mask which is properly fitting and do not touch your mask. After you come out of the cab, clean your hands thoroughly and only then touch your mask.
Sir, regarding travel by flight, if required, any guidelines?
People who have to travel should travel. People who can avoid travel should definitely avoid it. If you have to travel, one, you should have a overall which you can discard easily and not allow your clothes to get affected. Two, you should have a face shield which you will not touch even during the entire flight. You should have a good mask which you should not touch through the entire flight. You should preferably drink your water, go to the toilet before you board a flight, and do not touch anything, drink anything, eat anything while you are there in the flight. Despite that, because of the AC, there is a possibility that the risk of COVID will be high if a person with COVID is ahead of you in terms of the AC. The AC flow is coming across him to you, then the chance of COVID is higher.
Radhaswamy, is hydrochloroquine?
Thank you.
That is advised as a preventative measure to be taken once in a week. For how long can we go on taking this medicine?
Hydroxychloroquine has not been proven to give benefit. There have been a couple of studies which have shown no difference in the infection rate or the mortality. But the way hydroxychloroquine works is such that it can provide protection theoretically because it works like that. I am under hydroxychloroquine prophylaxis for the last 4 months now. Is it safe? It is safe for most people if they do not have any heart disease in terms of arrhythmias or long QT interval syndrome. It can make you dark. You will become dark if you take hydroxychloroquine every week. So girls will be worried about it. Cheppandi Radhaswamy.
మా కాలనీలో ఒక ఆయనకి కోవిడ్ వచ్చింది. ఇప్పుడు నెగిటివ్ వచ్చి ఆయన డిశ్చార్జ్ అయ్యి వచ్చేసారు. అయితే ఆయన ఎన్ని రోజులు ఇంట్లో ఉండాలి? వాళ్ళ పిల్లలు కానీ
ఆయనకి డయాగ్నోసిస్ అయిన దగ్గర నుంచి 14 రోజులు ఆయన ఏమాత్రం ఎవ్వరినీ కలవకూడదు. 14 రోజు నుంచి 21వ రోజు వరకు ఇంట్లో వేరే వాళ్ళని కలవచ్చు విత్ డ్యూ ప్రికాషన్ లైక్ మాస్క్ అండ్ హ్యాండ్ వాషింగ్. 21వ రోజు నుంచి 28వ రోజు వరకు ఇంట్లో మాస్క్ వేసుకోకపోయినా పర్లేదు, బయటికి వెళ్ళకూడదు. 28వ రోజు తర్వాత దర్జాగా తిరగొచ్చు, ప్రొవైడెడ్ దే టేక్ ప్రికాషన్స్, బికాస్ పీపుల్ క్యాన్ బికమ్ సిక్ పోస్ట్ కోవిడ్. డూ నాట్ బికమ్ కేర్లెస్.
ఓకే, పిల్లలు వాళ్ళ 3 మగ పిల్లలు ఉన్నారు. ఆ పిల్లలు రావచ్చా బయటికి? ఆల్రెడీ 10 days అయిపోయింది, వాళ్ళు ఇంట్లోనే ఉన్నారు పిల్లలు.
ఇంట్లో 21 రోజులు ఉండాలి.
21 రోజు
ఎవరు అనవసరంగా బయటికి వెళ్లకుండా.
అంతే. అదే మేమంతా ఒకటే కాలనీలో ఉంటాము, అందుకని డౌట్ అన్నమాట.
అమ్మా, నేను రోజు చూసే పేషెంట్స్ లో 1-2 కోవిడ్ ఉంటూనే ఉంటుంది. బట్ ప్రికాషన్స్ తీసుకోవడం అన్నది ఎంత ఇంపార్టెంట్ అంటే అక్కడ పొరపాటు చేస్తేనే మనకి ఇబ్బంది.
రాస్వామి
చెప్పండి సార్.
ఎక్స్చేంజ్ ఆఫ్ మెటీరియల్ ఇన్ ఆఫీస్
కరెక్ట్.
ఏ విధంగా మెయింటైన్ చేయాలి? Say file moving from one officer to another officer.
మీరు ముట్టుకున్న ప్రతి వస్తువు మీకు కోవిడ్ ఇవ్వగలదు అనే కాన్సెప్ట్ తో మీరు ఉంటే మీకు కోవిడ్ రాదు. ఎందుకు? మీరు ముట్టుకున్నారు, ఆ తర్వాత ఆ చెయ్యి ఎక్కడికి వెళ్తోంది? ఫేస్ వైపు వెళ్ళే అవకాశం ఉంది, కడుక్కోండి. నాకు ఈజీ అండి, నేను పేషెంట్ చూస్తాను, చెయ్యి కడుక్కుంటాను, అప్పుడే నా పెన్ కానీ ఫోన్ కానీ ముట్టుకుంటాను, మళ్ళీ పేషెంట్ని ముట్టుతాను, మళ్ళీ చేయి కడుక్కుంటాను. అంతా పని అయిపోయిన తర్వాత చేతులు మొత్తం కడుక్కుని ఆ ఫోను అన్నీ క్లీన్ చేసి, పెన్ను అన్నీ క్లీన్ చేసి ఇంటికి బయలుదేరతాను. ఇంటికి రాగానే మాస్క్ తీసి చేతులు మళ్ళీ కడుక్కుని స్నానం చేసి బట్టలన్నీ పారేసి అప్పుడు ఇంట్లో రిలాక్స్ అవుతాను. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఐ ఫాలో. షుడ్ యూ ఫాలో ఇట్ సో స్ట్రిక్ట్లీ అట్ యువర్ ఆఫీస్? There is no harm. There is no harm.
In case I received the material from other person, how I have to maintain?
After you have finished dealing with it, you wash your hand.
No sir, if I received first time from another person,
అదే సార్,
from public,
ఆయన ఇచ్చిన మెటీరియల్ కి ఉండొచ్చు. సో ఆ మెటీరియల్ మీ చేతి నుంచి బయటికి వచ్చే వరకు తర్వాత మళ్ళీ చేయి కడుక్కోవడం.
ఓకే,
అది మీరు ఇంటికి తీసుకొస్తారు, ఇబ్బంది ఉంది.
రాస్వామి సార్,
చెప్పండి సార్.
సార్ ఇది ఇప్పుడు ఈ మధ్య ఏంటంటే మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ దే ఆర్ యూజింగ్ మల్టీవైటమిన్, మనకి
దాని వల్ల కోవిడ్ రాదు, నిజం కాదు. దాని వల్ల కోవిడ్ తొందరగా తగ్గుతుంది, నిజం కాదు. అది ఇవ్వడం వల్ల కోవిడ్ ఫైట్ లో మనకి మన ఇమ్యూనిటీ బెటర్ గా హెల్ప్ చేస్తుంది, నిజం. స్ట్రాంగ్ చేసే మెథడ్ ఇస్ గివింగ్ వైటమిన్స్, వైటమిన్ సి అండ్ జింక్, ఎలోపతి మెథడ్.
బట్ గ్యాస్ట్రిక్ ఇరిటేషన్ కూడా స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ అని చెప్పి.
ఏం సార్?
గ్యాస్ట్రిక్ ఇరిటేషన్ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది అని చెప్తున్నారు.
వినబడలేదు సార్.
గ్యాస్ట్రిక్ ఇరిటేషన్ కూడా వస్తుంది అంటున్నారు.
కోవిడ్ తోనా?
కోవిడ్ తో కాదు సార్, ఈ 3 వాడడం వల్ల మల్టీవైటమిన్స్ దీన్ని వాడడం అంటే ఫస్ట్ టైం దే ఆర్ యూజింగ్ కదా.
అలాగే సార్, విటమిన్లు వాడితే గ్యాస్ ఎఫెక్ట్ వస్తుంది, నిజం కాదు, కాకూడదు కదా.
అదే సార్,
ఎలా వస్తుంది సార్?
బట్ సమ్ పీపుల్ ఆర్ కంప్లైనింగ్ దట్ ఆఫ్టర్ యూజింగ్ దిస్ ఓన్లీ వి ఆర్ గెటింగ్.
బట్ న్యాచురోపతి కదా. విటమిన్స్ ఆర్ వాట్? న్యాచురోపతి.
యా, దట్స్ ట్రూ.
ఇట్ ఇస్ నాట్ ఎలోపతి.
యా యా,
నేచర్ లో ఉన్న విటమిన్స్ ని ఒక దగ్గర తీసుకొచ్చాడు.
అవును.
It is like eating food. Unless damn fellow is adding something else apart from vitamins.
Yeah, that's so. Yes, sir.
రాస్వామి డాక్టర్ గారు
చెప్పండి సార్.
నేను ఆర్టీసీలో డిపో మేనేజర్గా వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాను రాజమండ్రిలో.
సార్,
మా డిపోలో 700 మంది ఎంప్లాయీస్ ఉంటారు. ఆల్రెడీ వాళ్ళకి 77 మందికి ఎఫెక్ట్ అయింది. కానీ వాళ్ళందరికీ హాస్పిటల్కి తీసుకెళ్ళటం డైరెక్ట్ అంటే ఫిజికల్ గా తీసుకెళ్ళం, కానీ వాళ్ళని ఖచ్చితంగా కాంటాక్ట్ అవ్వాల్సిన పరిస్థితి అయితే ఉంటుంది. వాళ్ళ వెల్ఫేర్ చూడటం కానీ ఇది కానీ రకరకాలుగా. మనం గురువుగారు చెప్పిన గైడెన్స్ ప్రకారం హెల్మెట్, మాస్క్, షీల్డ్ అన్ని పెట్టుకుంటున్నాము. ఈ 4 months నుంచి కూడా ఈ వలస కార్మికుల ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషన్ కానీ ఇవన్నీ కూడా చాలా లార్జ్ స్కేల్లో చేయడం జరిగింది. అప్పుడు కూడా అంతా గురుగారు దయవల్ల ఇప్పటి వరకు నాకు 3 సార్లు టెస్ట్ చేయించుకున్నా ఎవరి మంత్ ఏమీ రాలేదు. కాకపోతే ఈ మధ్యన ఈ ఆరోగ్య సేతు యాప్లో నువ్వేదో పలానా తారీఖుని ఇన్ఫెక్టెడ్ పర్సన్ కలిసావు అట్లాగా ఒక 5-6 చూపెట్టి వెరీ హై రిస్క్ అని చూపెడతా ఉంది. దీనికి నేను ఏమైనా ఈ హైడ్రాక్సిక్లోరోక్విన్ ఏదో వీక్లీ వన్స్ ఏమైనా వాడచ్చు అంటారా, ఇంకేమైనా చేయొచ్చు? నా ఏజ్
వేరే కోమార్బిడ్ కండిషన్స్ లేవు.
ఉన్నాయి సార్, హైపర్ టెన్షన్ ఉంది, బీపీ డయాబెటిక్.
కంట్రోల్ ఎలా ఉంది?
కంట్రోల్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ కంట్రోల్ సార్. H1B/AC 5.826 అట్లా ఉంటుంది
సార్. యూ షుడ్ బి ఎ పర్సన్, ఇఫ్ యూ వర్ ఇన్ మై హాస్పిటల్ యాజ్ అన్ ఎంప్లాయీ, I would not have allowed you to do that risk job that you are doing. I would have exempted you from that job. Number 1. అంటే మా దగ్గర సీనియర్ ఉన్నారు, మా టీచర్. He is working from home. Or doctorate. Or coming into as less contact with people as possible. That is how we maintain it. Senior nurses unnaru, same process. Meeru as a diabetic, you are at a higher risk than others. Should I take chloroquine? You can take hydroxychloroquine if your ECG is normal. Will it protect you? It may. Are you at as much risk that as a doctor is? Yes. If you are taking good care, there is every possibility that you will escape. But being a high risk person, my instruction to you would be, go to your office, but do not seek out opportunities of interacting with people who might be sick or possibly COVID. You should avoid that interaction at all costs.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Rajaswami, if some paper type of thing is there and which we cannot avoid contact, something is come in a courier or something. Correct. So we'll anyway sanitize our hands upon using it. But how long if virus is there, how long does it persist on that?
Ante there are some clear cut studies saying that it will last for 6 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, ivanni unnai. Okay, no doubt about it. But have they really taken into consideration everything? Baga enda unna roju ante sepu untunda, baga vaana padina roju ante sepu untunda. So I believe they are only approximations, not real truths. What is my instruction to you? You have taken something. After you have taken it, if you can sanitize it, sanitize it. If you cannot sanitize it, do not keep it in a place where you are commonly getting in touch with. Number 3, on the hands, suppose I have touched something which is highly infected. I've touched it. If I wash my hands, is there a likelihood of the virus staying on my hand? No. And if this hand after washing touches my face, is there a risk of me getting it? No. But have I washed my hands properly? Is the question. Gloves ni enta baga kadagalam? Gloves kadigite rubber easy ga disinfect avutunda? Kaadu. Cheyyi శుభ్రంగా కడగలం, డిస్ఇన్ఫెక్ట్ అవ్వడం ఖచ్చితంగా అవుతుంది శుభ్రంగా కడిగితే. సో రిస్క్ రెడ్యూస్ చేసుకోవడానికి హ్యాండ్ వాషింగ్ లాంటి పద్ధతి ఇంకొకటి లేదు. ఫేస్ ముట్టుకోకపోవడం లాంటి పద్ధతి అంతకన్నా లేదు.
Sorry, Radhaswami. I am working in a bank, sir. In 2011 హార్ట్ అటాక్ వస్తే స్టంట్ వేశారండి. హలో,
చెప్పండి సార్, వింటున్నా.
సార్ 9 years బ్యాక్. ఇప్పుడు మేము ఆఫీస్ కి డైరెక్ట్ అవునండి డైలీ వెళ్తున్నాం బ్యాంక్ కి. కాకపోతే ఇప్పుడు
get into touch with people who are likely to be infected, but at the same time because it is 9 years back and otherwise you are in normal health, you are not a diabetic kada?
Diabetic undi gaani control ga undandi.
So meer high risk person andi. You should work from home if possible. If it is not possible, you should decrease your people contact as much as possible.
Now I am working in an office, sir. People contact లేదు పబ్లిక్ తో, ఓన్లీ పేపర్ మూవ్మెంటే ఉంటుంది అంతే.
అంటే నేను మొన్నే బ్యాంక్ కి వెళ్ళాల్సి వచ్చింది ఒక రోజు. నేను ఒక చిన్న విషయం చెప్తాను. మా వాడికి యుఎస్ కి డబ్బులు పంపించడానికి బ్యాంక్ వెళ్ళాల్సి వచ్చింది సంతకం పెట్టడానికి. అక్కడ 70% of the employees are wearing a mask below the nose. At least 50-60% are touching their masks every 5 to 10 minutes, removing their masks every half an hour. That is the risk. That is the risk. అది చేయకుండా ఉంటే మీరు you'll be without a risk.
పేపర్ మూవ్మెంట్ కి గ్లౌజెస్ ఒకటి సరిపోతుందండి?
లేదు సార్, చేయి కడుక్కుంటే సరిపోతుంది. మళ్ళీ
చేయి సరిపోతుందండి. ఓకే. మా అబ్బాయికి మార్నింగ్ నుంచి మోషన్స్ అవుతున్నాయి, డయేరియా, లూజ్ మోషన్స్. దానికి భయపడుతున్నాడు.
ఏజ్
డయేరియా వల్ల ఏం కాదు కదండి?
ఏజ్ 24. బయట ఏమీ తినలేదు అయినా డయేరియా వచ్చిందా?
నార్మల్ డైటే తిన్నాడండి.
బయట ఏమీ తినలేదు అయినా
బయట ఏం తినలా.
నెక్స్ట్ 48 hours చూసుకోవాలి. వేరే సిమ్టమ్స్ వస్తున్నాయా చూసుకోవాలి. జ్వరం గానీ ఒళ్ళు నొప్పులు గానీ వస్తే వెంటనే పరీక్షలు చేయించుకోవాలి. 30% of the patients are presenting with diarrhea in COVID. 30%.
Dr. Vijay, basically you just please highlight first 2-3 days or 3-4 days is the most crucial. People who are neglecting the symptoms or just ignoring those symptoms, those are the people who are falling victims to that. Recent deaths kuda, satsangina deaths kuda, just please highlight again Telugu, Hindi, English. 3-4 days symptoms have to be recorded and they should rule out those symptoms is not a COVID symptom.
Correct.
Then only they can relax. So please highlight that. I think recent deaths and kuda satsangis lo and deaths and kuda
number one,
yeah,
anybody can get COVID.
That's one. Yeah.
If there is a doubt, it should be monitored carefully, and without a test nobody can come to know. A negative test also does not mean 100% negative. So even if it is negative, you have to be very, very carefully watching your vitals for 1 week to 14 days. If you come positive, obviously there is a way to go about it. Anybody, ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఇద్దరు ముగ్గురుతో మాట్లాడాను, డయాబెటీస్ ఉంది, హార్ట్ డిజీజ్ ఉంది, you are going to work. How careful are you about your masks and all అన్నది ఒకసారి మిమ్మల్ని మీరు ప్రశ్నించుకోవాలి. ఇది చేయడం కాక ఎనీబడి హూ హ్యాస్ సిమ్టమ్స్ ఎందుకులే టెస్ట్ చేయించుకొని ఇప్పుడు గొడవలు పడ్డాం అని ఆలోచించకూడదు. ఎలాగో 80% మందికి తగ్గిపోతోంది, నేను చేయించుకోను అని ఆలోచించకూడదు. చెక్ చేయించుకోవాలి. తెలుసు మనం బెటర్గా కేర్ తీసుకోగలం, తెలీదు బెటర్గా కేర్ తీసుకోవడం కష్టం. నేను మీ అందరికి ఒకటే మాట చెప్తాను. నేను పొద్దున్న 10 గంటలకి హాస్పిటల్కి బయలుదేరుతాను. ఇవాళ రేపు 10 గంటల నుంచి రాత్రి 8 గంటలకు వచ్చే వరకు ఐఎమ్ నాట్ డ్రింకింగ్ వాటర్, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ ఈటింగ్ ఎనీథింగ్, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ టచింగ్ మై మాస్క్. కంప్లీట్ గా పస్తులు ఉంటున్నాం, నీళ్లు కూడా తాగట్లేదు. ఎందుకని? దట్ సీమ్స్ టు బి ద ఓన్లీ వే టు స్టే సేఫ్. లేదు డాక్టర్ గారు చాలా దాహం వేస్తోంది, కడుక్కుని ఇవన్నీ తీసి మొహం అంతా కడుక్కుని క్లీన్ గా ఉంది కంపల్సరీగా అని తెలిసిన వాటి నుంచే తినడం తాగడం చేయాలి. అది నేను ఎక్కడ హాస్పిటల్లో చేయగలను? చేయలేను. కాబట్టి ఇంటికి వెళ్ళాలి. ఇంటికి వెళ్ళి మొత్తం ప్రోటోకాల్ ఫాలో చేసి స్నానం చేసి తిని నీళ్లు తాగి మళ్ళీ ఫ్రెష్ బట్టలు వేసుకొని ఫ్రెష్ మాస్క్ వేసుకొని బయటికి రావాలి. 3 సార్లు ఎలా స్నానం చేస్తాం అనుకుంటే కాదు.
సార్ రాజస్వామి, నా పేరు ప్రేమ్ కిషోర్ సార్, దొమ్మరనందల బ్రాంచ్ నుంచి ఫోన్ చేస్తున్నాను సార్. డాక్టర్ గారు సార్, మా భార్యకి 2 days నుంచి మామూలుగా గ్యాస్ వచ్చి అంటే గొంతులో మంట ఉందంట, మంట పుడుతుంది. కానీ అది మంట అనేది మనం ఇది మంట అని తెలియదు కదా సార్, అది ఎట్లా నొప్పి అనేది తెలియదు కదా. నొప్పి అయితే లేదు సార్ తనకి.
టేస్ట్ తెలుస్తోందా సార్? టేస్ట్ రుచి తెలుస్తోందా?
టేస్ట్ తెలుస్తుంది సార్. టేస్ట్ తెలుస్తుందా? తెలుస్తుంది సార్.
ఒళ్ళు నొప్పులు జ్వరం ఉన్నాయా?
ఏమీ లేవు సార్.
అలా అయితే వెయిట్ చేయాలి. నెక్స్ట్ 2-3 days ఏమవుతుందో గమనించాలి.
సార్ థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
Right, and
Rasam doctor. Rasam doctor.
Doctor, yeah.
Rasam doctor.
Radhaswami, చెప్పండి.
Yeah, no, I have a doubt. Is there any body weight will be noticed if a person being affected COVID? Body weight, if a normal person weight and the person who is been affected COVID?
No, it's not like that. Obese people are more at risk for COVID severity.
Okay.
It can be more serious if you are fat, obese. If a man's waist is more than 40 inches, the risk of COVID getting infection kadu, severity increases. If a woman's waist is more than 35 inches, the risk of COVID severity is more. That is all. Will your weight decrease, increase in COVID and all? There is no such detail.
Okay, doctor. Thank you, Raswami.
Raswami.
చెప్పండి.
హలో రాస్వామి.
చెప్పండి రాధాస్వామి.
అదే అసెంటెక్ పర్సన్ కి అదే కోవిడ్ వచ్చిందండి, అది తగ్గిపోయిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ విటమిన్ టాబ్లెట్స్ వాడొచ్చండి, మల్టీవిటమిన్ అండ్ విటమిన్ సి?
1 month అది వాడితే మంచిది.
ఓకే, ఆఫ్టర్
టోటల్ 1 month వాడితే మంచిది.
ఓకే, తర్వాత ఇంకా వాడాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు?
పెద్ద లేదండి.
राधा स्वामी नॉर्मल कोल्ड अभी जिस सीजन चेंज हो रहा है, नॉर्मल कोल्ड और कोविड से कोल्ड होता है, उसमें कैसे डिफरेंशिएट करें? क्या उसमें भी चेकिंग करना जरूरी है? चेकिंग करवाना
नॉर्मल कोल्ड को और कोविड के कोल्ड को
कैसे
फर्क बताना
डिफरेंशिएट कैसे करेंगे?
डिफरेंशिएट नहीं कर पाओगे अनलेस कोविड बिकम सिवियर। इसीलिए बेहतरी ये है कि नॉर्मल कोल्ड को आपके पास आने न दें। कैसे आने न देंगे? ऐसे हम लोगों को कोल्ड ऐसे ही हो जाता है क्या? जाके कुछ ठंडा पानी पियोगे, पंखा तेज चलाओगे, एसी जोर से लगाओगे, बारिश में भीगोगे, 4 लोगों के संपर्क में आओगे, तब न जाके कोल्ड होता है। ऐसा थोड़ी ना हो जाता है। तो वो तब ना करें। अगर हुआ है कोल्ड तो चौकन्ना रहें। थोड़ी भी भनक लगती है कि ये वायरल फीवर जैसा है, बदन में दर्द है, खांसी सर्दी जैसा हो रहा है या बुखार जैसा लग रहा है, चेक करवाना पड़ेगा। मेरा सजेशन सबको ये है, ये सर्दी का मौसम है, गलती से भी हर मौसम में जैसे आप रहते हो ये मौसम में न रहें। ये मौसम में स कहते ही डॉक्टर आपको टेस्ट करवा देंगे, दी कहते कहते हॉस्पिटल में भर्ती भी करवा देंगे। बच के रहना रे बाबा, बिल्कुल सर्दी नहीं आने देना, न ठंडा पीना, न ठंडा खाना, न लोगों के पास जाना, न पंखा तेज चलाना।
जी थैंक यू
राज स्वामी।
आने के बाद दूसरा चारा नहीं है, टेस्ट तो करवाना पड़ेगा। थोड़ा भी और एक सिम्टम भी जुड़े तो, सर्दी के अलावा बुखार भी आया, बदन दर्द हुआ या टेस्ट खराब या खांसी करवाना पड़ेगा।
राधा स्वामी जी, मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था कि आज के जैसे ये अब इन्वेस्टिगेशंस हुई है कि ये एयरबोर्न है या एरोसोल है, तो जिनका बिजनेस है अपने वो स्टोर में रहते हैं 8-10 घंटे या लेडीज शॉपिंग के लिए जाती है मॉल में, तो वहां पर वो एयरबोर्न या इससे वायरस से अपने आप को कैसे प्रोटेक्ट करेंगे जबकि मास्क पहना हुआ है, उसके बावजूद भी इन्फेक्शन होने के चांसेस हैं?
हाँ जी, मैं डॉक्टर हूँ, मेरे कमरे में पेशेंट आएगा, उसके साथ कोविड आ सकता है? हाँ आ सकता है। पंखा मैं कहाँ रखूंगा? मेरे पीछे रखूंगा। दरवाजा कहाँ रखूंगा? दरवाजा से पेशेंट आएगा खुला रखूंगा, ताकि मैं ये कोशिश करूं कि हवा मेरे पीछे से होके पेशेंट के ऊपर से बाहर जाए।
एग्जैक्टली
ये एक तरीका है। मास्क पहनना दूसरा, फेस शील्ड तीसरा, इससे ज्यादा और आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते। और आपको ये देखना है कि कितना दूरी मेंटेन कर सकते हो, पॉसिबिलिटी क्या है। अब मैं बच्चों का डॉक्टर हूं, उसे बिना छुए मैं कैसे करूं? वो नहीं रोएगा, ऐसा वो रोते ही एरोसॉल बनता है, बच्चा रोते ही एरोसॉल बनता है, बिना बच्चे को रोए कैसे देख लूं? तो कुछ चीजें मुमकिन नहीं है। लेकिन अगर मैं हाई रिस्क होता, मुझे डायबिटीज होती या मुझे हार्ट डिजीज होती, मुझे काम बंद करना जरूरी था।
नहीं, जैसे मुझे हाइपरटेंशन है, हाइपरटेंसिव लोगों के लिए भी जरूरी है।
हाइपरटेंशन अनकंट्रोल्ड में प्रॉब्लम है, हाइपरटेंशन माइल्ड में प्रॉब्लम नहीं है।
और डॉक्टर साहब अगर इसमें एक चीज और मैं पूछना चाहूंगा कि जो निमोनिया की आज की डेट में वैक्सीनेशन अभी कई लोग रेकमेंड कर रहे हैं, और ओल्डर एज वाले लोगों को, सीनियर सिटीजन को बीसीजी का भी वैक्सीनेशन आईसीएमआर ने अभी कल ही बोला है कि उनको फ्री में लगना चाहिए, जो कि 58 एज से ज्यादा है, क्योंकि उस समय वैक्सीनेशन चालू नहीं हुआ था। तो निमोनिया का वैक्सीनेशन लगवाने से क्या हम लोगों को इससे सेफ्टी मिलेगा?
आंसर बड़ा सरल है। नंबर 1, निमोनिया वैक्सीन आपको न्यूमोकोकल वैक्सीन है, निमोनिया नहीं। न्यूमोकोकस एक बैक्टीरिया है।
हाँ जी।
आपके निमोनिया जो होते हैं उनमें 30% निमोनिया न्यूमोकोकल के होते हैं। आपने अगर न्यूमोकोकल वैक्सीन लिया तो आपको न्यूमोकोकल निमोनिया नहीं होगा। तो आपने मतलब 10 चोरों में से 2-3 चोरों को बंद कर दिया।
हाँ जी,
बस इतना ही है। कोविड को कुछ करेगा नहीं।
अच्छा,
बीसीजी की बारी आई, बीसीजी लेने से लोगों को कम होगा नहीं होगा, इसीलिए इंडिया में कम है। अब वो बात तो खत्म हो चुकी। इंडिया में सबसे ज्यादा केसेस हैं।
हाँ जी।
इंडिया में मेरे उम्र तक के लोग, 60-70 के उम्र तक के लोग, सभी लोगों ने बीसीजी ली है। सबके भुजाओं पे वो निशान है।
हाँ जी।
बीसीजी जिंदगी भर काम करता है।
हाँ जी।
उसके बावजूद इतने लोगों को हुआ। अब कोई कहेगा नहीं नहीं इंडिया में लोग मर नहीं रहे, शायद इसीलिए है।
हाँ जी।
अब इसका प्रूफ तो अभी तक है नहीं। मैं बीसीजी फिर से लूंगा, ले सकते हो, नुकसान नहीं करेगा, फायदा करेगा ये मत कहना, प्रूफ नहीं है। किसी ने कह दिया कि एमएमआर वैक्सीन लेने से भी बचाव हो सकता है। एमएमआर लेने से नुकसान नहीं होगा, पक्का। एमएमआर से फायदा होगा, मैं नहीं मानता। और एक छोटी सी बात कह दूं, अगर बीसीजी देने से, एमएमआर देने से कोविड से सच में बचाव हो सकती, ये गधे इतना सर फोड़ी क्यों करते हैं नया वैक्सीन बनाने के लिए?
नहीं, आईसीएमआर का भी गाइडलाइंस आया है अभी भोपाल
सर,
से मैं बोल रहा हूँ, वहाँ पे उन्होंने
आईसीएमआर
ने लगवाना शुरू कर दिया।
सर एक बात बताता हूँ,
हाँ जी।
आईसीएमआर कहता है आप कोविड आए हो तो उसके साथ आप ओसेल्टामिविर भी लेना, जो नॉर्मल फ्लू की दवा है। क्या फ्लू की दवा कोविड पे कुछ कर सकता है? कुछ नहीं कर सकता। क्यों? उसमें प्रोटीएज होता नहीं है। लेकिन आईसीएमआर का कहना है अगर बंदे को कोविड है और उसके ऊपर फ्लू हो गया, बचेगा नहीं साला, चलो इसको ठीक कर दो, दे दो ओसेल्टामिविर। अब ऐसे रिकमेंडेशंस पे कितना गौर करना है, कितना सीरियसली लेना है, हर डॉक्टर का अपना अपना हिसाब है।
एग्जैक्टली डॉक्टर साहब, जैसे मैंने देखा है, सुना है, पढ़ा है कि जो कोविड के केसेस में जो सीरियस हो जाते हैं उसमें हाइपर एक्टिव इम्यून रिस्पॉन्स, आपका इम्यून सिस्टम आपके अगेंस्ट खड़ा हो जाता है और आपको मारता है। ये एक जब भी ये सिचुएशन किसी पेशेंट से क्रिएट होती है तो वो वेंटिलेटर पे जाता है और बचने के चांसेस खत्म हो जाते हैं कि आपका हाइपर एक्टिव इम्यून रिस्पॉन्स। तो मेरा ये कहना था कि उस समय अपन को कुछ मालूम है नहीं कि मेरा ये सीरियस होगा या नहीं सीरियस होगा।
सर आपके समझ में कुछ गड़बड़ी है।
हाँ जी,
आपके समझ में कुछ गड़बड़ी। आपका इम्यून रिस्पांस का गलती नहीं है कि वो हाइपर इम्यून रिस्पांस आया है।
हाँ जी।
ये वायरस बहुत चालू चीज है। वो करता ऐसा है कि आपके इम्यून सिस्टम को उंगली करता है कि तू बढ़ जा, तू बढ़ जा। कुछ लोगों का इम्यून सिस्टम वो बात मान के बढ़ जाता है,
हाइपर एक्टिव हो जाता है।
लोगों का वो नहीं मानता है। ठीक है, कोई ऐसा अभी तक पता नहीं चला है जेनेटिक या प्री कंडीशन जिसके वजह से ये होता है।
अच्छा,
तो पता नहीं क्या वो पर्टिकुलर उसको जो वायरस ने काटा है उसका है महत्ता, या पेशेंट का है, या उसके जीन्स का है, ये किसी ने अभी तक पता नहीं किया है। और ये बात नई नहीं है, डेंगू में भी उसी से लोग मरते हैं। डेंगू वायरस से कोई नहीं मरता, डेंगू के रिस्पांस से लोग मरते हैं।
ओके तो डॉक्टर साहब, तो इसका मतलब ये हो गया कि अगर अर्ली स्टेजेस में, जैसे आपने कहा कोल्ड कफ भी होता है, तो जैसे कोई ब्लड टेस्ट या सीपीआर या ईएसआर लेके अपन कुछ इसको रूल आउट कर सकते हैं कि ये सीपीआर बढ़ रहा है या ईसीआर इमीडिएट बढ़ रहा है, तो मुझे कुछ
कॉमन कोल्ड है,
है।
फर्स्ट तो कोल्ड आने न दे, अगर कोल्ड आया है तो थोड़ा चौकन्ना हो जाए, अगर थोड़ा भी लगता है कि ये कुछ हटके है, इन 2 days 3 days टेस्ट करवा लें।
ओके,
विदिन 2-3 days टेस्ट करवा लें।
ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
सर,
I just have one question. अगर हम सुबह मॉर्निंग वॉक के लिए जाएं, so should we wear the mask or can we take it off while jogging or walking? I am 38, but my dad is 70. But he insists to go early in the morning after satsang finishes at 4:30 in the morning when there's nobody on the street.
Number one, if you are not wearing a mask outside, you are taking a risk because you cannot predict who is going to come. Number one. Number two, when I am jogging, if I cough or sneeze or breathe, my aerosol goes up to 20 meters distance. When I am running fast, even further. When I am walking fast, 10 meters or so. When I am absolutely at rest, 2-3 meters. Breathing while running and jogging is like coughing or sneezing. It takes your aerosols for a much longer distance than normal. So, my question to your father and you would be, is there no way you can exercise at home? Number one. Number two, if there is no way, I would agree with uncle and say, हाँ अंकल जी 4:30 बजे चले जाओ, भूत भी नहीं आएगा वो टाइम में, तो अपने को रिस्क कम है। लेकिन नहीं है बोलना, क्योंकि उनके जैसे लोग और कितने हैं जो 4 बजे निकलने वाले हैं, वो बोलना मुश्किल पड़ेगा ना।
Right. Got it. Thank you.
Radhaswamy sir.
Thank you, Vijay. I'll have to
Radhaswamy.
a little bit of a distance.
Radhaswamy sir.
Radhaswamy, I think
Sir.
we started at about 4 o'clock. It's we are running out of time.
Sir.
I appreciate all the questions and the concerns. Thank you for being a lovely audience. So if there are any questions and which you need answers, probably I will leave the numbers with Ravi and Venkatesha Rao and the coordinators. You can drop an email, or what I would suggest is there is a public forums available. You can put your questions on the forum. Go to healpa.com and put your question. The doctors will answer to your questions.
Raj, 1 second. If required, maybe after a couple of weeks, if audience require maybe another session, if they, audience says yes, we will have it.
Happy to do that, Ravi. Happy to do that. I think there's a lot of concern with COVID. One thing we want all of you to go, the takeaway from this particular webinar is SMS. What is S? Sanitization. What is M? Mask. 3, social distance. So follow SMS, keep yourself safe, and COVID is going to come in any shape and form. And what we have seen is the unfortunate deaths of even satsangis, of assuming that it is a normal cold and cough would be very foolish. Please don't do that. Assume that everything is COVID, anything is COVID, everyone is COVID, and anyone is COVID.
Yeah, maybe we can have a session on the FAQs after 2 weeks.
Yeah, maybe after 2 weeks we'll organize again.
Yeah, exclusively on
Sir, if you
FAQs.
can presented, there were lot of links presented. Are you going to circulate those, the PPT and the links?
In fact, the whole session is recorded. We'll circulate it. The whole session is being recorded.
So, email please.
This time it's purely in Telugu also you plan it, sir, because most of the people are calling now. They're asking in Telugu language.
So we'll close now for this session. Radhaswamy, thank you very much.
Emails, please share email.
Will circulate
we'll share in the this thing email address and in the same network which you got this link, please send across your email IDs. We'll send these recordings. Entire session is recorded. We'll share it.
Thank
So
you.
before we sign off, Ravi, SVR, big thank you, and thank you for all the coordinators, BR Reddy and everyone for organizing this. This time we could not note down the number of questions. Probably next time we will have a host, somebody who will note down the questions and will publish this questions and answers.
Thank you.
Thank you for both of you. Vijay and Raju, thank you for both of you.
Radha Swami.
Thank you.
Radha Swami, Radha Swami,
Swami sir.
Radha Swami sir.